You are on this very planet that Chukwokika Biama created to his glory. We welcome you to another explosive exposition of the very fraudulent contraption, the very diseased abomination that the British created for the enslavement of the children of light. We have come to destroy. We have come to render asunder. We have come to decimate that very tower of darkness, that very zoological republic, that very cesspit of iniquity and of evil. We have come that the blind may see. We have come that the deaf may hear. We have come that even those who, through no fault of theirs, but as a result of having subjected themselves to a very disastrous educational system in the zoo, they have become stupid. Here we have come to enlighten and to educate, without any apologies to anybody, without mincing words, without fear before our enemies, determined and resolute, indestructible, and the precipitous collapse of the zoo is inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. The devil may try all it can. Those who go before them to peddle falsehood, those who go to work for them, those who are the workers of darkness and of iniquity, we can assure them that we are resolute, we are determined, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop this very invade as many times as you like, kill as many people as you like, propagate falsehood after falsehood as many times as you like, buy up every media space in the zoo, go and connive with people in the diplomatic circles abroad, eyebrow consultancy firm in the world, select some diplomats in the zoo and bribe them. Select those you send to the key countries around the world. None of these things you're doing is capable of stopping us. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you write. It doesn't matter the type of chatter you have behind our backs. All those things you're doing is a complete and utter waste of time, because Biafra must come. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why we preach this gospel. That is why we propagate this very message of redemption. That is why Elohim said that Biafra will come. You will not fire a bullet, but Biafra will come. Because Chukwokika has gone before us. And you will hear what will happen to the zoo in weeks and months to come. This is 1 year, 2020. They will never, ever, ever in their lives forget. It does not matter what the enemy does, is irrelevant. Buy over Twitter, buy over Facebook, bribe the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, bribe the US Ambassador to Nigeria, department in America. Nigeria is an evil entity, very, very satanic. You want to change the narrative. It's IPOB, they are the aggressors. I saw some women, was it yesterday? Give them their Biafra. We don't want to die. Look at murderers calling other people murderers. Can you believe such nonsense? The Fulani leaders, you cannot win. You cannot defeat IPOB. You people were the ones that established many terror organizations in Nigeria in a bid to overwhelm the country and take over the territories for your Fulani people. IPOB became a stumbling block to that very janjaweed expansionist tendency. True or false? Am I lying? You were ruling Nigeria before, doing everything you like, controlling NMPC, controlling the seaport, customs, everywhere you ever. Now, finally, because you felt that you subdued everybody else, now you can now march on with your foot soldiers into the east, because you've taken over Yorubaland. Of course, I know that very well. You came and we said, no, you can't come into this land to take it. Come and do your business and go. You said no. Now, because we defeated Miyetti Allah, you now brought in police and army with official uniform, official badge to come and kill people. And I also want to remind Twitter, because they're listening. Twitter, please. Do you know that in the Nigerian army and police, there are terrorists there? Are you aware that Nigeria actively recruited terrorists, killers and murderers and rapists, and gave them army and police uniforms? Are you aware of that? How can anybody, Yoruba journalists, how can you people in your infantile stupidity refer to Nigeria as having an army or Nigeria police? Or where are those terrorists that they conscripted into the Nigerian army and Nigeria police? Where are they? People without shame, where are they? I'm asking you. Fulani, you want to change the narrative? Of course not. They want to put the blame of insecurity in Nigeria on IPOB. Can you believe that? Can you believe these people? Can you believe them? Can you believe these people? And luckily, as God will have it, they are slaughtering themselves in the north. But IPOB securing the east are the ones to be blamed for the insecurity in the east. There is a clip I want everybody to play, please. Who opposed to them opened his mouth and said, I invited the army to come into Olo. There was nothing happening. Fulani, who opposed to them gave Fulani land in Olo to do Ruga, Fulani settlement. And we said no. We drove the Fulani murderers and terrorists away. Who opposed to them now invited his friends, his masters from the north, to bring in their army and heavy machinery into Olu to kill us. That was how all these things started. All of you have forgotten. Black people in this UG, black, you have all forgotten the Genesis. The same way that all of you that are blaming Boko Haram is a terrorist group, Boko Haram, what they're doing. But when Nigerian police were busy killing their leader and killing everybody else, all of you were just there drinking Fradununu. Or doing betting on Chelsea versus Man U or Liverpool versus Man City. Nigeria army and police will go out and commit atrocity upon atrocity. All of you will be there, you keep quiet. Any day, those people out of anger rise up and retaliate. All of you baboons and monkeys without writing rubbish. Do you know why? Because you have no conscience, you have no soul, you're a black person, you are the embodiment of evil. Is the truth. I don't care who bans whoever or whatever, I don't give a toss. I must preach the truth. Black people are wicked. By nature, very wicked people. That is why you forget the atrocities that your police and your army always commit. You forget. In a twinkle of an eye, you forget. Our army, our police. Now, listen to me very carefully, please. You are blaming ESN, whereas it is the same Fulani terrorists masquerading as headsmen that are responsible for orchestrating all the insecurity in and around Nigeria. Fulani, you have Boko Haram. Fulani, talking about insecurity in the east. Hey. Whereas 91 people were slaughtered yesterday. Yesterday, they were killed yesterday. You have the God. You you have no shame. You have the guts to stand up and be talking about insecurity in the East. And you're a senator from Kebbi State or Kebbi, whatever they call it. And 91 of your constituents were slaughtered. You didn't see it. You are talking about East. Fulani, who formed Boko Haram. Fulani, who formed ISIS in West Africa province, ISWAP. Fulani, who formed Miyetti Yala. Fulani, who formed Ansar. Fulani, who formed these headsmen and bandits you claim are foreign. Fulani, who brought out murderers and killers and terrorists from prison and gave them military and police uniforms. It is you people. You have now spread them around the country, causing mayhem, abducting people from schools. These are the same place. Hi, these people there. Ha, Fulani, you think everybody's as stupid as you are? You go, you kidnap students from their schools in the north, you get ransom, you buy more arms, you embolden yourselves. You have the guts to conduct a live press conference talking about insecurity in the East. Don't people have shame? Anyway, you don't. Who are the bandits, or should I say terrorists, taking hostages of school children and demanding ransom? Are they not Miyetti Yala? Miyetti Yala, the chief negotiator. Who are the people destroying farms, raping and killing their victims daily around Nigeria? Fulani. Fulani. You know what? How they manage to convince some of you is what I find astonishing, despite the overwhelming evidence. How they green, white, green in front of you, but inside they are destroying you, but you don't know. Very, very sad indeed. It's very difficult to sound presidential or to sound statesman-like when you're discussing Nigeria, because the whole place is disgusting. Nigeria is disgusting. They never spoke the language that they're terrorists. Why don't you now come out and say the killing in Oyo State is bad? We are going to treat them in a language they understand. Why not? It's only in the East. And Yoruba journalists, they support this junk coming from these people. That is the reason why they come to your land and they massacre people. Because you support evil. Tinubu has to be president. You people are jokers. That Biafrans are not in IDP camps today or refugee camps is because of the immense work that ESN is doing. And for record purposes, please, ESN is in the bushes and forests of Biafraland. We are not out on the street. All of you trying your best to link ESN with unknown gunmen, you're wasting your time. If you want to know how unknown gunmen were born, go and look at all the atrocities of the Nigerian army and police against young people in the East. You'll understand that. ESN is inside the bush, making it possible for you to sleep at night. ESN is not and will never be unknown gunmen. And without myself excusing the activities of these angry youths that have had their relatives murdered by the Nigerian state, it is the same Nigerian police and army that are complaining today that brought this brutality and lawlessness. And I'll ask them again, oh, what did those people do to you? Onisha, Emene in Enugu, have you all forgotten? Mbama River in Bayelsa. All the massacres you have carried out against young people in the East. What was their crime? What offense did they commit to warrant you to go to where they are praying and kill them? Nobody can answer that question. You think because you have money, you can bribe Reuters and bribe AFP and bribe Sky News and CNN and bribe the Yoruba media and all that rubbish. You silence us, you're mad, you are insane, you cannot do it. There is something called the internet. Even if you ban us here, we go somewhere else. It doesn't matter, our message will keep going. Our message will keep going. Nigeria will buy over every company in the world, and our message will still be passed down to the people that need it most. ESN is not unknown gunmen and can never be. But we know how unknown gunmen started. Every day you kill people and you go scot-free. Today they have gone to a Joffa's house. They have shot dead a young man there today. When his relatives rise up tomorrow, pick up arms and start killing police, you start talking rubbish. In Iraq, you know, you'll be talking jazz from your stupid, stinking Zoom out. You'll be talking rubbish. Nobody has condemned the killing of a young man in Barrister Joffa's house last night around 2:30 a.m. In fact, this morning, early this morning. Have you written about him? Now, the family of that boy will be asking, what did he do wrong? Did he commit any crime? So his crime is that he's in Barrister Joffa's house and you killed him. Tomorrow, when his brother or sister will pick up arms and start fighting the police, all of
before you, proud to be a servant of such a heroic people. Today I stand before you to proclaim that our heroic youth in the various fronts have turned the tide of this war. They have smashed all enemy offensives directed at our destruction. In the air they have destroyed systematically the sinews of Nigeria's military might. The Biafran Air Force, small as it is, has stopped the entire oil flow of Nigeria from the mainland west. All protestations to the contrary by the British Broadcasting Corporation and Harold Wilson are mere wishful thinking. Our gallant boys are men tempered of steel. They have wrested the initiative from the Gawan enemy, and the Nigerian hordes are in trepidation and on the point of rout. The confusion of the enemy in the battlefields is only matched by the confusion in his home. Fight on, brave boys, fight on, heroes of our fatherland. Pursue the enemy, harass him, destroy the invader. March on, brave boys, now that victory is in sight. March on and hasten the disintegration of the enemy already set in motion. March on, young men.
The foundation for the liberation and independence of Biafra has been laid by this government, and it is very, very strong. We build this particular foundation of the liberation on solid rock. Are you not seeing it? We are not shaking. I am standing very, very strong, making sure that I'm taking the bullet that they are firing at Biafra people, because their target is you. They believe that once they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the way, they will come for all of you. That is exactly what is happening in other parts of Nigeria, because nobody is there to stand on the way for them. And they are annihilating people, killing them, sending them to IDP camp. I told them, you see this face, okay, deceive very well. To deceive you. The momentum of the Biafra liberation today have necessitated all the discussion you see. Everybody is talking. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they keeping him? Some of them claim that he was not fighting the way I'm fighting, but you kidnap him. Some of them are now addressing him as a gentleman. But you went and they kidnapped a gentleman. They say, oh, he's more reasonable. He's not, but you kidnapped him. What were you thinking? All of them contributed money. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking, it was their headache. They couldn't sleep every day. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's destroying Ali Igbo. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's doing this, he's doing that. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer destroying Ali Igbo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer causing problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer is the good man. Is the only man now that is very reasonable. And I have not even started. Because you see what Agaku Nigeria Igwe. Agaku Nigeria Igwe. And you know the next level is by taking all their terrorist barracks, taking all the government houses. That is the next level we will go. Because it is part of the defense of our land. These places are places where the attack against our people are being planned.
ka akpa ihe ọfụma nwee nkwekọrịta otu a ga-esi gaa n'ihu.
Ihe na-eme na ndị be anyị wụ na ha na-aghọtachi anyị na-eme ọfụma. Ịjụ ha sị na m chọrọ ikewapụ Biafra n'ime Nigeria na ọ bụghị ihe ziri ezi na iwu obodo ha akwadoghị ya.
nna ajụ ha sị ya ke ụzọ chọrọ isi imi ya asị na ọwụ ka aga mee ntuli aka elu anyị bịanyecha aka atụcha vootu aga na ebe a na-eme iwu anọrọ akpa ya ekwekọrịta anyị gawa n'iru. Njụọ ha ndị na-eme iwu obodo Naijiria mmadụ ole si Kano steeti pụta? 44. Ọ bụ mmadụ ole na-emekwe n'iwu a si Abịa, Imo na Bayelsa pụta? Ha erughị sọsọ Kano steeti. Ọ bụzi ụzọ dị aṅaa ka ị ga-esi wee nweta ihe a ibu n'obi ebe ndị ọwa anyị na ha na-awọ nọchiri egwu agara agbachi ụzọ nọchi ebe niile? Efe adịghị, ụzọ adịghị.
I tell you, you don't see. Madam, I advise you, you don't care. Madam, I tell you, you don't see. Your friends they talk with you, don't see. You say all the story. I tell you, you don't see. Madam, I beg you, you don't care. When the time is right, my brother, yeah.
onye si na agata anya ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na agaghị aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wepụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke Akọba anyị ka anyị na-aza. Akọba anyị na-aza Ikechukwu. Akọba anyị na-aza Amara Chineke. Akọba anyị na-aza Chisom. Akọba anyị na-aza Chizoba. Nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị. Bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe. Bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ. Bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu. Ọgụgụ nwa memilere Goliath. Chineke nna nke igwe wee memile Fero. Sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụnne anyị ga-ebi ka o wee taa akwụkwọ ikuni ọtọ ọzọ. Ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụ gụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị kwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ. Bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị. Bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma.
Welcome, dear friends. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I welcome each and every one of you, dear friends, lovers of freedom. Wherever you are joining us from this evening, I say to you, welcome. I welcome you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abịama Pụrụ Ime Ihe Niile, the awesome God we serve. The mighty Chukwu Okike Abịama. To him whom all glory and adoration shall be given. Chukwu Okike Abịama has kept us alive today again to bring us before his presence because this is his presence. I am glad you are here this hour. I also know that you are glad to see me. You are happy to see me, aren't you? I know you are happy. That is why you are here, to see Mazi Onyebuchi again. Thank you for joining me, Biafrans, all of us of freedom, friends of Biafrans, everybody. I welcome you all. As I welcome you, lovers of freedom, brethren all over the world, I want you to also welcome others, welcome your friends, your family, welcome your neighbors, and all of us of freedom that lives within you. I thank you for joining me, and I want you to remember to share this program this evening because, like I said, like I promised us yesterday, I promised us that I will be coming live again today, and you know, I can never miss. I will always honor my words. So I have come before this evening, lovers of freedom, comrades, to fulfill my promise. I told you yesterday that I will be coming live because I have a very important message which I am going to be presenting before you all this evening. This evening, we are about to expose those that are behind the insecurity and criminality in Biafraland. If you remember, I played a video of Onyendu, and I will be revisiting the video again because it circles around what we're about to do this evening. And I want you to know that those who are behind the insecurity and criminality in our land have been exposed. It's no more time where they will come to lie to us, making us to believe that we are the problem, when they are indeed the ones that create the problem. Time to accuse each other has come and gone. No more. That is why I am so happy that we have Chukwuemeka Abiama, who always expose those who are our enemies. And he has done it again. I want you to pay attention this evening. But before then, please, you have to share this program. We need more people. We need more people to join us. Yes, I know you guys are trying. I cannot take that away. You guys are doing your best in sharing, liking, and inviting friends and people to this page, because we keep increasing, attracting more viewers every day. But we need to do better. So share this program. Share it, please. Do that immediately before you could settle down this evening to listen to whatever we have in stock. I want you to first share and like. If you wish, you can comment. But the most important is that you share the program. And also, I want you to know that we are live. If you look at the screen, you will see our WhatsApp number passing through there. And the reason we left it there is for you to be able to call in and make contribution anytime you feel like. And also, whenever I'm live, if you want to join me in this platform, you can request for a link and it will be sent to you, so you can come in and make your own contribution, because this is our program, this is our platform. We own it. It is not for one person. So you are invited to join this live broadcast. If you request, I will send a link to you. That is what I promise to you. And I want you also know that you can also call in and make your own contribution. And I want you to know that this evening we are live on all our social media platforms, like we always do. We are live on our Facebook page, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are live on our YouTube page, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are also live on our X Twitter page, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Yes, we are live everywhere. And I want to, if you have not followed us in all our social media platforms, please, I want you to go now and follow us. Go to our YouTube, subscribe. Our YouTube is not growing at all. You know, YouTube is one of the social media that is very difficult to grow. But we must continue to push, because I know time will come when people will go and follow us. But if you are listening to me and you are not following us, go to our YouTube channel, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Click subscribe button. Automatically, you'll be following. So we need to follow this platform everywhere. It's important. It's important. We need to expand our family and our capacity. So go there and follow us now. I thank you if you do that. So I want you to know that this is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forevermore. And if you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Martin Namdekano is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide. And his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra. And we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape Media TV, saying it the way it is. In addition, I want you to know that truth is our hallmark. We cannot do without speaking the truth. And the reason we do that is because we are fearless. We are not afraid of anybody. Why should we be afraid of he who can kill only the body? We cannot be afraid of anybody. So we are here specifically to speak the truth at all times without fear or considering the consequences. The only thing that fears us is our inability to speak the truth. We get relieved each time we are able to present truth. So we say it the way it is because we are fearless before our enemies. The truth is that we are sincere people. The reason we are here in this media is to educate our people, to try our best to contribute to the already successful project of restoration of this sovereign state of Biafra, the kingdom of Chukwu Kabema Premihenina. And I'm happy that you are joining us. If you find yourself amongst us, know it that indeed you are a chosen, because it's only a chosen person who will see truth and recognize the truth and also follow the truth. The reason why you are here is because you love the truth. So do not worry how many people that view us at this moment. It's not important. What is important is the information, the revelation that is coming out from this channel. And the truth is that you get more educated while your eyes are being opened to the truth. Because a lot of people does not know the truth. They don't know the truth. Truth is hidden away from them because they found themselves in the wrong place. We are here to open your eyes. We are here to make you understand that freedom fighting is a very, very big, a very big, serious business. It's not just a matter of come and talk or shout or help you. Some people has been frustrated. Some people are frustrated out completely. Some people are frustrated and they are rubbing it off on other people's body. So a lot of things going on in this business of freedom fighting. And that is why we encourage you to join us, because if you are a family and part of this platform, you will not be frustrated. The reason being that we here, we do our possible best to open your eyes to reality. We don't promise you things that we cannot do. We don't allow you to get yourself entangled with wrong struggle, wrong fighting. Here we are not with envy, we are not with jealousy, we are not with greed, we are not with hatred. In this platform, common sense rules. Remember that common sense is not common, like they said, but it is only available to those who want to learn. So I want you to sit back and wait for what we have for you this evening, because it's going to be mind-blowing. Though you might have come across this video in the past, but there are a lot of revelations that you may not be able to capture. And this evening we'll be releasing them to you in details. So I want you to sit back while we go into the reason we are here this evening. But before then, I bring greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world, friends of Biafrans. My greetings coming to you this evening is from my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Alia. Mazi Innocent Alia is the IPOB Western Cape representative. Mazi Innocent Alia is a hardcore, is a believer. Mazi Innocent Alia has sacrificed a lot in this race, sacrificing his time. He sacrifices his comfort, his finances, sacrifices, even he risks even his in his personality in order to make sure that Biafra is progressing. So he is the one representing IPOB, Martin Amdekano, and he is the only Western Cape representative that we have. We do not have any other. I want you to know that if you encounter any other person who introduces himself as IPOB Western Cape representative, the first thing you ask the person, what is his name? If his name is not Maz the Innocent Alia, my brother, my comrade, you are standing with the wrong person. Distance yourself from people who will destroy your good intention in this struggle. So that is it. Greetings is coming from you from the IPOB Western Cape coordinators. And also greetings coming to you from the executive of IPOB Western Cape zone. I want to assure you one thing is that we are formidable here. We are formidable. We are not shifting ground at all. Where we stand the day our leader was kidnapped, we are still standing there because we believe in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what he is capable of doing. We believe in his leadership quality. We believe in his vision. We believe in his doggedness. And we believe that he has sacrificed too much. And we cannot do anything that will betray that trust he has already bestowed on us. That is the reason we cannot do without IPOB Code of Conduct. This zone cannot do anything without IPOB Code of Conduct. We are so serious about it because that is the only reason we are still standing. Without IPOB Code of Conduct, this zone would have been in disarray. The only reason we are able to defeat our enemies, the only reason we are still formidable without confusion in our midst is because we are very close to IPOB Code of Conduct. And we cannot do anything without taking words from it. Because we believe that whatever IPOB Code of Conduct says, with or without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu present, it is the right thing. That is why we stick to that and said, whatever you want to present to us, must present it side by side with IPOB Code of Conduct. Failure to do that, you are going to meet total resistance. And today, IPOB Code of Conduct, IPOB Western Cape is standing gidigam, untouchable as it is. And we are not going to lose our ground, not today, not tomorrow, until Biafra is restored. I thank you for joining me. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. Mazi Onyebuchi is your host, as usual. And by the special grace of Chukwu Henine, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. I love Biafra. I cannot do without Biafra. The only promise I know I made myself is that as long as I live, I will fight for Biafra in my own little way. No matter where I am, I will fight for Biafra. I believe in Biafra. I believe in Biafra. I believe in Biafra. Just a moment. Let me just, it's an important call. I'm defending him.
Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and in that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession. You're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason. We are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in in Damatru or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking Janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the...
Yeah, welcome back. Now, let us go straight to the business of the day. I welcome you. I would have brought this video to the screen, but it is not going to work. But I'm going to be playing it via my phone. So you'll be hearing the voice while we are listening to what this video is going to decide. So let us go.
Imo n'ihi na enwere otu ihe ma ọ bụ ịbụwa ị gara ime kedu ka ị siri hụ army checkpoint ndị juru n'ala Igbo ebe ọbụla ifuru n'ala Igbo n'ihi na ama m na ọ bụrụgodị na ị na-efu ụgbọelu ala Igbo iru ha na ị na-eji ụgbọala agagharị kedu ka ị siri hụ checkpoint ndị a niile o aka nri aka ịkpa ọ bụghị naanị ndị amị ndị uwe ojii mgbe ụfọdụ ilegide checkpoint ilegide ka ndị amị na checkpoint na ụgbọala ha ihe niile si pụla iche ebe dị iche iche n'ala Igbo ị na-ajụ sị ana alụ agha ama m na gị onwe gị ahụ gị ha ọtụtụ oge kedu ka ị siri hụ nke ndewo.
Before this lady go on, I want you to listen. Did you capture the question? If you not, I know that everybody here understand Igbo language. The question thrown to her, you know, the situation in our land has become very terrible. The countless checkpoints and intimidation that follows. And sometimes if you are not from that part of the world, you would maybe mistook this what you're seeing as, maybe you think there is war going on. Anyway, in the actual sense, there is war, but it's unpronounced. It's a secret war that is going on. But if you are, because it's a secret war, it is not pronounced. So a visitor in the land would mistook it and get, scared because of the amount of presence of the police and army and other security apparatus of the Zoological Republic. In our land today, you cannot drive 1 kilometer without encountering those terrorists that are brought into our land to decimate us. So the question is, how do you feel when you come into the land of Biafra, mostly in the southeast today, and you graze your eyes with lots of police, military, and all the other terrorists, arm-carrying idiots that litter over our land? Now, the question has been asked, and this woman is about to open the floodgate of information. She said a lot in her informations. And the question is, with all the things that this woman said, why is it that the government of the land is not doing anything about it? That is when you will begin to believe what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in that video I played before. And like I told you, I will be playing that video as we progress in this video this evening. So let us go and listen to what this woman has to say.
Ma dịka ndị bekee si ekwe encounter me na ha nwegoro oge dị iche iche. Ndị amị nọ n'ala Igbo dịka nwere ozi ezighi iche ga-arụọ n'ala Igbo, ọ bụdị maka insecurity, ọ bụdị ya. Nyocha bụ na insecurity nke nọ n'ala Igbo bụ aka mere.
She said something here. She said that she went on fact findings, investigation about what is the actual reason these guys, those terrorists were brought into our land. What is their mission in our land? She also said that not only that, from what she's about to say this evening, she also had personal encounter with those terrorists brought into our land. She said that in her conclusion, she believed that those terrorists in uniform were brought into our land for a special mission. That is not what the government are saying. Because when you ask the government of Nigeria, why do we have so much terrorists in our land, parading themselves as military and police and other stuff? They will tell you, oh, because there is a lot of insecurity in the land. There are kidnappers, there are criminals, there are this, there are that, there is this. So we are here to checkmate them. We are here to control them. We are here to make sure that the citizens of the states, of those states, are not harmed by those people. That is what is in the book. But the truth is that from her investigation, she has something to tell us this evening. So let us listen to what her findings are. She was here. Now she's talking about the sudden appearance of unknown gunmen in Igbo land. And if you listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the video I played, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was explaining about the same unknown gun, he was lamenting about them. But he has different opinion about the unknown gunmen. He has different opinions. But to my own understanding, I know that there are unknown gunmen, those who are on a mission to fight the government for the countless, I don't know, is buying or something, countless buying of their siblings and friends. Because if you remember the question, when Mazi was addressing the issue of unknown government, he said to the Nigerian government, those people you killed in Bayelsa, what was their crime? Those people you killed in Aba praying, what was their crime? Those people you buy in all the places in the land, what was their crime? So, unknown government, to my own understanding, they have different version of unknown government. There are those unknown government whom their mission is to revenge or avenge the dying of their friends or brothers by the Nigerian terrorist government. So they took their battles to the police and to the army and other arm-carrying terrorists in the land of Biafra. And then there are also unknown gunmen which was created by the governors of Southeast to counter the other one, the first unknown gunmen I just explained to you. It's just like when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB formed the ESN. Immediately they formed the ESN. The governors in Biafraland formed Ebubago to counter them. So through that Ebubago, they were committing a lot of atrocities, going after our young men buying them in their numbers, because their mission is to stop ESN. But these same people will do everything to avoid ESN. They will do everything to avoid encounter with ESN. Then they will come on the street of Biafraland, on the villages of Biafraland, to be abducting and annihilating and neutralizing our young men and women. That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it looks like, or it is, when you talk about this unknown government. There are different versions of unknown government in Biafraland today. Unknown government that is formed by the governors, unknown government that is formed by the politicians, the unknown government that is controlled by the federal government of Nigeria themselves. So these ones are on a mission to destroy and to buy in our land. And when they do it, they come back to shout, oh, unknown government. And remember, when you say unknown government, when you say something is unknown, that means nobody knows who is it, nobody knows who, and nobody knows what their mission is. So that is exactly what I see. But what this woman is trying to explain here is, oh, unknown government just appeared from nowhere. That our people are not those people that are layabouts, people who does not have job doing. Our people are not lazy people that don't believe in all these things. Yes, that's the truth. So the unknown government she is referring to are the unknown government that is being created by the government of Nigeria and the politicians. She is making reference to those particular unknown government, not the same unknown government that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was trying to describe to us. So let us continue listening to her as she continues.
Unknown government ha na-echedo nyocha nka nyocha laa n'ụlọ nyocha kpagharịa ala Igbo because oge ọba sit at home anyị pụtara n'ọlụ fụ na ndị amị ji ọtọsị mechie ụzọ ajụba ndị amị ele n'ihe unu ji wee mechie ụzọ ọ sị na ọ bụkwa na ndị isi na bịa gba ha egbe nsị anwa che mmụọ ha nwa ka unu ji n'bịanụ ka ụzọ na-aga aga ma ọ bụ na unu lakpuo unu hapụrụ ndị mmadụ ha na-eme no sit at home ụna jezi blọk ụzọ nke kwụsị na ụnụ nwa na-emezi ya enforce enwe nwa okobịa pụtara ugbu a na-anaghị ihe dị ya mkpa pụtaghị ụlọ ọnụ ọ na-agbagbuo ya saa na ọwụ IPOB ihe a ka ihe m na ha kpara.
Now, first, she mentioned sit at home. And what she's trying to say, because each time you hear, oh, they are forcing sit at home. IPOB is enforcing sit at home. IPOB is doing this, IPOB is doing that. When in the actual sense, nobody is enforcing sit at home, but the Nigerian terrorist military, who will come just like they did the last 30th May when they were neutralizing Aba. In my program, one of my programs here, I was asking, but that's supposed to be lockdown day in Biafraland. So who are they waiting for in that checkpoint? Who are they waiting for? Because there is no car on the road. So who are you waiting for? So now this lady is saying that they are the ones who are enforcing sit at home. Because what they do is that they will come and now they block the road. when she questioned them to say, why are you blocking this road? Then they told her, oh, we are blocking this road for ESN to come. Now the woman said to them, but why would you block the road? You should leave the road open for the ESN to come so you can fight with them. Now you block the road. The few people that are coming, you are causing traffic. You are blocking the way. You are interrogating them. Now she said that as he stands there, maybe an unfortunate young man will come, going about his business. They will grab him in the same checkpoint, accuse him of being part of being one of ESN, and neutralize him there. That is how they when you hear oh, we neutralize 10 ESN, we neutralize 20 ESN, we neutralize 10 commanders. It is not ESN that they are neutralizing. ESN are not in the street of Biafra. If there is any ESN left today, they are actually inside the thick forest looking for the terrorist that has come to destroy our land, because that is the purpose of their creation. They were formed not to come on the street of Biafra. So whenever you hear them say, oh, we neutralize ESN in where we neutralize ESN in Mbano or in this, it is not ESN. They are all innocent young men going about their business. But unfortunately, they were neutralized by those terrorists. That is what this woman is explaining. So this is number one indictment, that it is not actually the people, agitators, that are enforcing sit at home, because she said that on that sit at home, if you dare cross their checkpoint, they are going to deal with you. If you are lucky, you escape with injury. If you are unlucky, your life is gone. So because of that, so many people are afraid to even come out on the same days, those days of sit at home. So who is enforcing this sit at home today? The same Nigerian government. But at the end of the day, they will tell you, oh, it is ESN, it is IPOB, it's Simon Ekpa who is enforcing that sit at home. When in actual sense, it is all fallacy. So I told you that this evening, we have a lot of information coming. Let us continue.
Ndị nke ọtụmohu wee tụwasịcha ihe niile m wee na-ajụ m ebe m na-eje, ngwa ha ebe m na-eje, ajụgide m jụrụzi m na famili m na-aja ha nna m, biko ịjụgide mmadụ, unu atụlele paspọtụ m, tụlee ihe niile fụ ịjụzi m ebe m na-aga. O so ọnụ na-ewetasi infọmeshọn na-enye kidnappers, nke a mere eme ihe ahụ katami na ha kpa. So ọnụ nwa na-enye kidnappers infọmeshọn, onye nọ na-agafe n'ala Igbo ụnụ na-akọcha infọmeshọn na-enye maka anyị na-awọnda keti ka ihe a si eme. So ọnọdụ ọjọọ ka ụnụ na-anya ebe a. In fact, ha sị chọrọ ịgba m egbe mbọsị ahụ. Ya iji saa.
She said something here. When you arrive, what's it called? Checkpoint. Then you maybe you have a flashy car, you look very rich. And now what they do is they start to ask you personal information about yourself. They want to know who you are, where you are from, where you live, where you are going. They want to know virtually everything about you. And why do you think that these guys are seeking all this information? This woman found out that the reason they are looking for or rather seeking for all this information from you is because after collecting this information, as you are living, they are forwarding your car number and everything, your address, your wherever you are, the road you are going to, and everything. They forward all the information to their brothers, the Fulani terrorists, the kidnappers who will intercept you on the road. But if they miss you, they will now wait for you in your house, because already they had your address, which was sent to them by the same military in checkpoint. So this woman was accusing them because she is a fearless person. So she started to accuse them directly, telling them, oh, this is your mission, this is what you are doing. When you, after collecting this, what are you doing with it? Because I arrived here, all you need to do is to search the car, and if you find nothing incriminating on me, you let me go. But asking me my personal information is suspicious, and she is right. She is right about it. So now, while they were having this altercation, she said that they nearly shot her. The reason they didn't shoot her is because they are afraid. Maybe they have looked at her. It's not someone they can eliminate just like that. Or another reason is that she is a lucky person, because you don't go to these people and come out the same. So she knows her way out or around everything. That was why she was able to go there, had this kind of encounter, and still walk. So this is part of the insecurity you see. That when you hear them talk about, oh, it is Simon Ekpa, oh, it is IPOB, oh, it is this, you'll be able to understand that all these things you hear are all lies. They are the true criminals in our land. I've heard before that an unknown gunman was killed by the same military people in Owerri or Imo State. When they came close to him, they found out that he was a member of DSS. Now, what is DSS? Has to do with unknown gunmen. So these are the things that is going on in our land, and nobody is talking about it. Everybody centered their searchlight, or rather beamed their searchlight on the agitators. The agitators, who have said it several times, we are not violence. And if there is anybody who is what we do today, some of us, because IPOB has not declared any kind of armed struggle, but there are those in Biafran struggles there who said, no, we are going to defend ourselves. The Biafra Republic government in exile, under the leadership of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, believe in self-defense, and rightfully so. They have neutralized us enough. They have spied us enough. They have done a lot of things against us enough. So we are not against any group who has resorted to self-defense. But as for IPOB, we have not gotten there yet. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, still believe that everything has to be gotten through diplomatic and dialogue. So, as it stands today, the real people that are causing this insecurity in our land is the Nigerian military, aka terrorists in uniform. So let us continue to listen to her. Ndị amị anọrọ n'ala Igbo to protect us. Ha nọ n'ala Igbo nchekwa anyị. The military are not in our land to protect or to defend us. They are there for a separate mission. And one of the mission is to enrich their pockets. They are there to take from us. And if we refuse to give to them, they would give us IPOB and ESN and neutralize us. If you are unlucky young men, when you get to that checkpoint, your own has gone. And immediately they shot that gun at you and you are gone. The next thing you hear is that he is unknown, he is IPOB ESN, or he is unknown gunman. And when immediately they say that, everybody goes their way. Nobody wants to investigate further to know what these people said, if it's true or not. So if you are neutralized there, you are neutralized for nothing. Nobody is going to come for you. No justice, no retribution, nothing. Your own is gone, and that ends it, and you are forgotten the next day. Just like Chinas and Woru said, if they neutralize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, nothing will happen. Highest, we protest for 1 month, 2 months, and everybody will go back to his family and his home. That is what will happen to you. That is what is obtainable in the zoo. Nobody asks for accountability. In the zoo, life is worthless and useless. Nobody is going to come for you. That is what is happening in our land. So let us continue to listen to this great woman.
So, unknown government,
you know, if you know all these people who share rubbish on the internet, wherever they see one, if you know all these people who always come with the narrative that it is the freedom fighters that are buying people in Biafraland, tag them to this video. Tag them. I know that they might have come across this video, but it is going to be imperative that we tag them on a live video like this so that they will be forced to have a rethink. She said that the reason they came to our land is to punish us, not to protect us. One of the reasons is because we said we will not work on Mondays to protest the injustice that is being meted on one of our own, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the Nigerian government said, because you want sit at home, you will have that sit at home until you are tired of it. So they are now enforcing it. Now the woman said that what these people do is that when they have issue, encounter with what's called, with the unknown gunmen, they will now go and start arresting the innocent young men in our land, instead of them going after the people that came to attack them or that attacked them or something like that. Now, remember what she said. Now, in confirmation, listen to this.
Where people will go and defend the Biafraland by making sure that those who come to kill them enforce the disappearance of their brothers and neutralize, and they go and start attacking innocent people. Is that the kind of system you want to support? For how long? No. But this has been the modus operandi of those who call themselves military. When people who carry gun attack them, they don't attack those who carry gun. They go to women. They go to young girls young boys of Biafra, and they start mass arrest, and those people they arrest may never come back. Is that the kind of system you want to support? Why don't they go after those who come to attack them with gun? Why don't they look for where they are to go and attack them? Because they have gun. You go and attack people who don't have gun. You go and attack people who have gun. Is that the kind of system you want to support? If you want to support that kind of system, believe me, that particular system will be your fate.
That is it. Now, listen to what the woman said.
So I know the governor, how many say here, unknown government, how many here, at least in the program here. Okay, now what I know name your Chinese or 4 year way for Nigeria say now governments.
That which she said now is in confirmation of what Mazi Simon Ekpa just said in this video I played. In confirmation, in agreement with what Mazi Simon Ekpa said. And what you ask yourself is, why would they go after the innocent? When in actual sense, those who came to attack them has left. So now they go to nearby village and start mass arrest. And when they arrest you, you may never come back. That would be the end of that person, because he will be tagged on non-government and ESN. And the next thing, his corpse will be cooling off in mortuary. Let's continue listening to her.
South, so I to see unknown government. Arrest. No, bo. So I unknown government. I go unknown government. Unknown government. No be Chikwe na Southeast because when you're on your aura, in the case where now what would do on your get your nonche? Did it get to Zuru Madu Super get that chair, Madam Chemada nature and check? I go say now, not on that me. Near name in the Southeast. Monday Watanda, Bundi Maya name in the Southeast. Man, I knew about the Southeast and a chenche, Anyamaro. But what if you be able? Can't you Watanda, Mirasanozo?
You know who? You know who she was referring to? She was referring to Asai Dokubo. Because if you remember then, Asai Dokubo once come out to say that during the time of Buhari, that the government of Buhari contracted him to, or rather, other government of Buhari or who opposed Ademma. Yeah, the government of Buhari contracted him to handle the security, the insecurity, or the security of the eastern region of Nigeria. So now this lady is saying, how could you, when Mazen Kano formed ESN, you said you don't want ESN. Now you went to a militant, a non-militant, someone who hates our gods as in Igbo. Though, when his head is full, he will tell you he's Igbo. But in the next minute, he's telling you how his father sold Igbo people. Someone who is mentally imbalanced. Someone who is bloodthirsty. Someone who does not value human life. Someone who has no respect for the Igbo people. You went and contracted him to handle the situation of the security in Igbo land. And in one of his videos, he came out to say that we are Ndi Igbo are falling woto in Igbo land. You know when he made this video? He said that the Ndi Igbo are falling woto in Igbo land. He said that he is working with the Nigerian military and government. Once he displayed AK-47 and other sophisticated weapons in his life program. Nothing happened to him. No arrest, no questioning. Nobody frowned at it. All the things he exposed. And this woman is saying that he is one of those sponsoring unknown gunmen in our land, Asawana. Yes, Asawana is one of those terrorists and one of those unknown gunmen. He is the one that is in control of the unknown gunmen belonging to the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma. His own unknown gunmen are working under Hope Uzodinma. They turned Onu to and other locations in Igbo land to a burial ground where they buy so many youths. Until today, some families could not find their loved ones. They don't know if they are alive or dead. But the truth is that they are dead, buried in shallow graves. That is it. So that is what this woman is saying. You said there is military in our land who came to, with all the number of checkpoints in our land, you would ask yourself, why would they want extra hand? Why do they ask for more, private security company when already they have emptied all the military in Nigeria into Igbo land? So why do they have to go and employ private security company in the name of trying to protect Igbo land? And why all these things were going on, kidnapping was on the high. Every kind of criminality was doubling in our land. And one would have asked, with the presence of all these people, the military, the police, the security, the private security companies invited into Igbo land to secure Igbo land, according to them, why do we still have high rise of kidnapping, criminality, high rise of murder, high rise of all manner of disappearances in our land? It is one of the things that will make you to understand. It is a proof to you that those people came into our land not to secure us, but to endanger our lives. And that is what this lady or this woman is explaining in this video. Let us continue listening to her. You know, recently, they try to change the narrative. They start saying that, I've heard it recently from, I think, Arise TV and other stuff, where they were trying to say, oh, it is the agitators that are going to the villages to burn down the villages, to buy the villagers. But you hear this woman who is there as eyewitness on ground, telling you that what these terrorists in uniform do in our land is when the unknown gunmen came to attack them, the same people that had the same gun as they, when these people, the unknown gunmen attacked them and went away, instead of them to go after the unknown gunmen, they would turn their rifles straight to the communities and start to burn down the villages in the name of they are the unknown gunmen who came out to attack them. This is what is going on in our land. But today, some people will try to change the narrative that it is the agitators that are burning down our villages. And I ask them, how could you believe that it is the agitators, the same agitators that lived with these people in this community for years? It is the agitators. Some of them were born in this community, raised in this community, live in this community. How do you now believe that it is the same people will turn their weapons and start to destroy the structures in their villages? They will start to neutralize their parents, their brothers and siblings for doing nothing to them. And you know the most painful part of it, some of our people buy into these things. They actually believe that it is indeed the agitators that are fueling insecurity in our land. But this woman, from his investigation, is telling you his encounter and her encounter and findings.
More than 500.
Hallelujah. These are the confirmation of what I said. He told you about Onlu. Remember, Onlu is where Hope Uzodinma came from. Hope Uzodinma came from Onlu. And now this woman is telling you that all the young men in Onlu has been neutralized. That over 500 of innocent young men in Onlu has been neutralized. She is telling you rough calculation. But in actual sense, if investigation is carried out, you find out that there are up to thousands of young men that have been neutralized only in Onlu by Hope Uzodinma and the terrorist military. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his video I played here, told you that it was Hope Uzodinma who threatened that he's going to bring the military into Imo State. Listen to it.
Nigeria is an evil entity, very, very satanic. You want to change the narrative. It's IPOB, they're the aggressors. I saw some women, was it yesterday? Give them their Biafra. We don't want to die. Look at murderers calling other people murderers. Can you believe such nonsense? The Fulani leaders, you cannot win. You cannot defeat IPOB. You people were the ones that established many terror organizations in Nigeria in a bid to overwhelm the country and take over the territories for your Fulani people. IPOB became a stumbling block to that very janjaweed expansionist tendency. True or false? Am I lying? You were ruling Nigeria before, doing everything you like, controlling NMPC, controlling the seaport, customs, everywhere you ever. Now, finally, because you felt that you subdued everybody else. Now you can now march on with your foot soldiers into the east because you've taken over Yorubaland, of course. So I know that very well. You came and we said, no, you can't come into this land to take it. Come and do your business and go. You said no. Now, because we defeated Miyetti Allah, you now brought in police and army with official uniform, official badge to come and kill people. And I also want to remind Twitter, because they're listening. Twitter, please. Do you know that in the Nigerian army and police there are terrorists there? Are you aware that Nigeria actively recruited terrorists, killers and murderers and rapists, and gave them army and police uniforms? Are you aware of that? How can anybody, Yoruba journalists, how can you people in your infantile stupidity refer to Nigeria as having an army or Nigeria police? Or where are those terrorists that they conscripted into the Nigerian army and Nigeria police? Where are they? People without shame, where are they? I'm asking you. Fulani, you want to change the narrative? Of course not. They want to put the blame of insecurity in Nigeria on IPOB. Can you believe that? Can you believe these people? Can you believe them? Can you believe these people? And luckily, as God will have it, they are slaughtering themselves in the north. But IPOB securing the east are the ones to be blamed for the insecurity in the east. There is a clip I want everybody to play, please. Who opposed to them opened his mouth and said, I invited the army to come into Olo. There was nothing happening. Fulani, who opposed to them gave Fulani land in Olo to do Ruga, Fulani settlement. And we said no. We drove the Fulani murderers and terrorists away. Who opposed to them now invited his friends, his masters from the north, to bring in their army and heavy machinery into Olu to kill us. That was how all these things started. All of you, you have forgotten. Black people in this UG, black, you have all forgotten the genesis. The same way that all of you that are blaming Boko Haram is a terrorist group, Boko Haram, what they're doing. But when Nigerian police were busy killing their leader and killing everybody else, all of you were just there drinking Fradununu. Or doing betting on Chelsea versus Man U or Liverpool versus Man City. Nigeria army and police will go out and commit atrocity upon atrocity. All of you will be there, you keep quiet. Any day, those people out of anger rise up and retaliate. All of you baboons and monkeys will start writing rubbish. Do you know why? Because you have no conscience, you have no soul, you're a black person, you are the embodiment of evil. Is the truth. I don't care who bans whoever or whatever, I don't give a toss. I must preach the truth. Black people are wicked. By nature, very wicked people. That is why you forget the atrocities that your police and your army always commit. You forget. In a twinkle of an eye, you forget. Our army, our police. Now, listen to me very carefully, please. You are blaming ESN, whereas it is the same Fulani terrorists masquerading as headsmen that are responsible for orchestrating all the insecurity in and around Nigeria. Fulani, you have Boko Haram. Fulani, talking about insecurity in the east. Hey. Whereas 91 people were slaughtered yesterday. Yesterday, they were killed yesterday. You have the guts. You people have no shame. You have the guts to stand up and be talking about insecurity in the east. And you're a senator from Kebbi State or Kebbi, whatever they call it. And 91 of your constituents were slaughtered. You didn't see it. You are talking about east. Fulani, who formed Boko Haram. Fulani, who formed ISIS in West Africa province.
You listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying. Put it in context. Put it side by side, if I should say, with this information that this woman is giving us here. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, or is saying, that was in 2021 before he's kidnapped. He was making this revelation. 3 years after, the same problem persists. The same people still continue to carry out the atrocities in our land. it is for you to understand that the insecurity you see today in the Southeast it did not just start today. It has been there even before Mazi Kano's kidnapping. But when you hear them make comment about it, you think it started yesterday. When you hear them scream, IPOB, Mazi Simon, you think the insecurity just started tomorrow. I mean, yesterday. It has always been there. They are the ones at the center of the insecurity you see today in our land. Just like Mazi Kano just confirmed. They will conscript their terrorists into the army in the name of repentant terrorists. Those people who has murdered people in thousands, raped people, pillaged people, born communities, those who have ideology of Islamization of the entire Nigeria, they will go and give them Nigerian military uniform, and they will push them down into Biafraland. And when they get there, they will be committing all manner of atrocities against our people. Just because we are asking them to free us. So they have seen it as a leverage to come into our land and destroy us. And the most painful part of it is that our people are buying into this. They do not want to open their eyes. Our people refuse to reason. Our people refuse to see. Our people refuse to remove chaff from the wheat. Our people continue to believe all the narrative from the devil. Everything you throw at our people, they would accept. They don't want to ask a critical question. What are these terrorist military doing in our land? This same military are buying us more than the said unknown government, more than the said criminals. This military are buying our people more than them. So what is the need? Why are they there in our land? It is only in Igbo land. Only in Igbo land, in the entire zoology, you see, you know, the information we are giving you here is 80% verifiable. You are here. They will go to Zambisa forest, fight with the northern youth in the name of Boko Haram and Aswap and terrorist herdsmen and bandits. When as they are fighting, some of them will be captured alive. You pray that you were not shot dead during the arms exchange of bullets. Because if you find out that you are about to be captured or being to be killed in the battle, all you need to do is to surrender. I mean, what is obtainable in the northern Nigeria today. When you surrender, they will capture you alive. And you tell them, oh, I have repented. I'm no more going to be a terrorist. They will put you there in maybe 2 months or 3 months in the name of rehabilitation. And after that, the next thing is you make a choice. You want to be a police, or you want to be a military, or you want to be a banker, or whatever you want to be, tell us. You make a choice. You have it. The next time, the next day, the next few months, you are reintegrated into the society. That is what is obtainable in the northern Nigeria. When it comes down to the eastern Nigeria, there is no war, there is no exchange of bullets. You will be arrested in their, what is it called? In their road, what's it called? Those things, checkpoints. When they arrest you in Igbo land in their checkpoint and take you away, according to this human information, you are gone. This woman said that it is only in Igbo land, in Igbo land, that the military or police would arrest a youth, and that youth will be neutralized. You can never see him again. So if your child who went to market, or a child who is coming from Lagos to visit you in the village, if he falls into the hands of these terrorist people, forget about him. You will never see him again. He is gone. That is what this woman is saying. She is saying it with all conviction. She is in Nigeria. She is there. She is not hiding her face. If I had the opportunity, I would have brought the video. You'll be looking at her face and see who is talking. She is not covering her face. It's not a phone call conversation. It's a live video conversation. When they arrest our youth, they neutralize them. But when they arrest Boko Haram, they will rehabilitate them, according to them, and reintegrate them back to the society. Just like what is happening today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. There's another rendition from Kenya. Sunday Igboho was arrested in Benin Republic. And Omole Eshore was also arrested in Nigeria. These three people were answering the same treasonable felony. All of them, and and also the what is it called? The terrorist Mayeti Allah president, Badero, somebody, who was also arrested in the north for terrorism. That's Mayeti Allah president. Now, Sunday Igboho was released and his case discharged. Omole Eshowore was released. The Mieti Allah president was released. And now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. Does it ring bell? The only reason why it is so is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is only Igbo. Is Igbo person. These people I counted for you. Omole Eshowore, Sunday Igboho, and the terrorist Mayeti Allah president. None of them is Igbo. The only Igbo person found in their midst, the government of Nigeria refused to grant him the same benefit that is due to him. Even after series of courts in Nigeria has come out to exonerate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and ask Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and pay him compensation for breaking his fundamental human rights. Nigerian government refused. Supreme Court directed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail should be restored. Nigerian government refused. Now, the trial judge, whom I believe at this point that her hands were tied because of the decision she took in the court the other day, she said that the council of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the prosecution representing the Nigerian government should go to Attorney General to find means to resolve this issue. Because she has looked at this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu very well. With everything they told her to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at all costs. Now the ball is in her court. But it is a very, very big task to undertake. You know why? One thing that they can never bypass in this case of Onyendu is the extraordinary rendition. It is there. You can't remove it there. You can't remove that extraordinary rendition from the equation. And you must solve that before you can now say you are proceeding in this case. And this trial court judge has looked at this thing. She doesn't know how to go about it. She doesn't know how to go around it. So now she is tired. She is stalled at this point. She doesn't know how to move forward. She doesn't know how. So she's agreed that this case should be solved politically. But the other day, yesterday, I was reading for you how 50 House of Rep members gathered to request that Tinubu should do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what he did to others that are in the same problem with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They told Tinubu that it's not possible. You cannot treat Mazi Nnamdi Kanu differently. You cannot give Sunday Igboho freedom, give someone freedom, give Badero, the Miyetti Allah terrorist freedom, and they refuse to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom. This is what these lawmakers were questioning Tinubu about. Why would it be so? Is it because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is only Igbo? Is that the reason you refused to toe the path of political solution to free him? Is that the reason? No, it's not going to be done. So we are waiting to see what Tinubu is going to do. I know as a Yoruba person, a Yoruba demon, I call them. I know. Their hatred for Ndi Igbo has no measurement. You know, when I'm here and I tell you some certain things, you may not understand it or see it from the point I am seeing it. The problem is that the Yoruba people hate Ndi Igbo. And each time Nigeria want to deal with Ndi Igbo, they always use the Yoruba people to get to us. Yoruba people are they are the willing tools. They're always willing to play along because they hate us naturally. Look at what they are doing to our people in Lagos State. Look at what Awolowo did to us. Look at what Obasanjo did to us. Look at what each and every one of them do to us. They use us to set example at every turn. They want to tell you how Nigeria they are with the blood of Ndi Igbo. So I am not going to be shocked if Tinubu reject to toe the path of political solution in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not going to be shocked. Not anymore. I am open for anything that he has to do. But one thing for sure is that whether Tinubu like it or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall be freed. It is mandated by Chukwokike. It can only be delayed, but can never be denied. His freedom is sacrosanct, and he will surely be freed. It is not in the hands of Tinubu, but it is going to be something that he will not have any choice but as an Kanu to go. Let us continue.
orukwe mbọsị agbagbuo ha na aba nọ na ndị agbagbu bụ ndị Igbo anyị na-ajụsị ka o jizi bụrụ mbọsị nna ndị Igbo nọ na checkpoint ka e mere ata agbagbuo ha ncha mana ị na-aga na checkpoint nọ n'ala Igbo bụ ndị Hausa ka ị ga na-afụ oruzie mbọsị ndị Igbo echizi ka eji ihe ji rụzie sọsọ ndị Igbo ka a chịrị nwunye na checkpoint adị wee gbagbuo ụmụ anyị bụrụkwa mọtant
in this point, I agree with, I understand what she is trying to say, but I have a very different opinion about this thing. Any Igbo person, any Igbo son who agrees to be deployed into Biafraland to go and wait in checkpoint to abate, to support the extortion and the buying of Ndibo, I don't see that person as Onibo anymore. Maybe because of the information I have about the civil war, the Biafran genocide. I have read some information where names of Ndibo were mentioned as part of those who fought on the side of Nigerian government, who supported the starvation and the ethnic cleansing that took place in 1967, 1970. As a military person, you are deployed to your land, to your people, to go and be a weapon that neutralizes them. That you are my brother does not mean that I will give you my neck to slaughter me. So I don't have any feelings whatsoever for those people. To me, I don't see any Igbo soldier. What I see is Nigerian soldier. What I see is those who are part and parcel of the already orchestrated means of extermination of my people. It is not only in our land that we have our people on the side of the enemy. It happens all over the world. There are those who determine to fight alongside the enemies of their people. Africa was colonized by the help of the African people. When they conquer you, they use you to conquer other people. That is how it is. So it doesn't matter whether it is Ndibo that was in that checkpoint that day. It's not important. What matters is that what were they doing on that checkpoint on a 30th May when there is nobody on the street of Biafraland. Everybody was at home. Who were they waiting for there? Why would you allow? Is it not better for you to resign? You know, when I talk about it, we say, are you going to give them job? So now they have become the devil's advocate. Are you going to give them job? All these people that are working, that are not military and police, who gave them job? If it must be soldier, if you must join these terrorists to neutralize your people, to commit atrocities against your people, automatically the land of your ancestors has rejected you. That is it. You should be able to resign if they want you to go to Biafraland to be part of those who will be committing these atrocities. You will be watching your people being bite, your men like you, your youth, your brothers. You'll be watching them being neutralized, not because they are criminals, just because they are profiled and sent to gas chamber, like what is it called? Like Hitler did to the Jews. You know, the other day I was watching the video of how it's called Escape from. It has to do with the war and this Hitler war against the Jews. Do you know that when they send them through that train from wherever they are captured, they built a place like a concentration camp. In that concentration camp, what they do is that when they bring the train, this locomotive train always brings the Jews to those concentration camps. And already, there are Jews there already. What they do is when you come, they will be asking you, don't know, nobody knows the reason they ask you, they will ask you, what can you do? Do you have any skill? Do you do this? If you have a child as a woman, counting, you are done with. You can never survive it. If you are old person, older woman or older man, you can never survive. You can never live. If you don't have any skill, you don't know how to do all these things, you don't know how to do anything, you are done with. So they will be asking who among, when they assemble them, they will line them up. And they will ask them, who amongst you can sew clothes? Who amongst you can do this? Who amongst you can do that? Those who will be, coming out to say, yes, I can, they will be putting them aside. Then the rest, they will tell them, okay, you can't do it. But now you are going to the other side where you go and bath, have a warm shower, undress, change your clothes, and be fed. That is the concentration camp. Immediately they take them there. They will send them all into that gas chamber and gas all of them. There are Jews. The people that works there are Jews. The people that works in all of them are Jews. There are Jews that protect, that guide them. There are Jews that force them to work. They will be beating them if they are not working. So, what I'm telling you is that the enemy cannot do anything to you without using your own people. So when they come and amongst you they found winning tools, counts that person as an enemy. If you want to succeed, if you want to survive, if you must succeed, if you must survive it, know that you lost your brother already. So those soldiers, it doesn't matter who they are. The point is that they were Nigerian terrorist military uniform. Because you cannot, if you are going for that mission, you cannot come there and start asking who is Igbo military here. Why would you even care who is Igbo and who is Hausa or who is Yoruba? So I don't have any feeling for anybody who has given himself as a willing tool against his people.
akpọtụ nụ ka ụnụ bịa gbuo ha ha gbụzi ụnụ ọ na-enyekwara ha aka na-egbu ya ngwalawazi nnụ ka anyị ofu maka non gọọmenti ya mana onye nwe non gọọmenti apụta gba anyị jide asịrị dị tụbọ onye atụtewe South East
enwere ihe kwutere kwute ụmụahịa enwere ọgbakọ gị na ụmụ nwaanyị nwere n'ụmụahịa gbasara ya bụ ka ndị amị si akpamkpa n'ala Igbo
si pụta na Arise newspaper niile kwuru ya apụ n'ụmụahịa biko federal gọọmenti sị ha biko ọnọdụ ndị amị a adịghịzi anyị mma biko ọsọ ọrụ asa ha bịa rụọ nke mbụ bụ na ha kwụsịgasị tatu ọnọn gọọmenti na ndị omekome then ha nọrọzie ọsọ ahịa n'ụzọ anyị ihe a nọ na ya wee nakọ ego ahịa ka ha kpọnyere were South East mere ATM ma polisi isi Owerri sọsọ isi mgbidi banye Owerri ị ga-ahụ more than 10 checkpoints ka m ruru na mgbidi mkwụsị maka anyị na-aga ime ihe asaa na-elotusi elotu were nwayọọ loto were ụkwụ na-aga onye misi m krọsọ na iro m na-aga ma ekwesịrị ga m chọ ịkwọsị na-ele ahụ na pịtịpịtị na mpịtịrị mmiri ka ndị mmadụ na-aga m si mba na ọnwụ mmiri asị m ga-ebe m si ama mmiri ndị anụ ụlọ nwụchichi na fechefeche na ajụlọ kwa ndị ekwo kpọta ụlọ hie mmiri atọ isi na mmamikwe ahụ mmanụ white nchi Lagos na-alọta gaa na mpịtịrị mmiri a na-adọ ihe onye isi ya wepụta nkọ ya ọsụ m si ebe ahụ si na mụ ama nsi aga ọ gịnị ka anyị mere ụnụ anyị ụzọ ohu maka onyonyo tritment a na-enyezi ndị Igbo dịka anyị bụzi oru ha na-eme ndị mmadụ civilians na ha kwesịrị ịdị na-eprotect mina onye isi ọfụ ka ọ dị ndị mmadụ tụrụzie ndị a na-akasị na mmiri na-eleti mina ha ba ka anyị na-eme fim na express egwu aba asụ m ọya go nkabara onwe m pụta na nke ọzọ sị madam Cross nsị anyị ji eji onye isi a ọkpọ m enyi na ọkpọ m police woman constitutes nsị a thank you very much sir ị ga-akpọnụ m idiot enwere m ndị mkpa ha ka gị n'ụlọ onye ka m na-ebuzi n'obi m na-akpọtazi ndị amị ka ha na-akparị ụmụ nwaanyị ile na checkpoint anyị na ụmụ anyị na-erecha.
You understand? The reason these people were brought into our land, according to this woman, is to humiliate our women, humiliate our fathers, humiliate our young men and women. The only people that you will see, or the only place you will see this kind of treatment happening to them are only those who are slaves. So her question here is, are we now slaves in our land? Why would you ask me to step down from the car and walk to you where you were standing through the mud? You went and stand between where you are and where I am. There is a mud there. There is no way I can get to you without stepping into that mud. And people were walking through that mud, coming to you. Then you search them, then they will now go and wait for their car in front. This is what is happening in our land. I've said it before. There are checkpoints in our land where everybody must come down from their car and walk on the foot. To make the matters worse, you know that in the zoo, the road is always bad. So there is always mud, water there everywhere. So what these people will do, they will go to these places where the mud waters are. then they will be asking our people to go straight into that mud water, to walk to them, for them to search them before they could cross to the other side. This is what is happening in your land. When you are getting this kind of treatment as a people, do you still see yourself as a free person? Don't you think it's high time you rise up to defend yourself and your land? Don't you think that it is better for you to fight for your freedom and pay the ultimate price for it than for you to live as a slave, die as a slave, and inherit it for your children and your children's children? What kind of father or what kind of ancestor would you be to your generation unborn when they will be talking about you? And remember that it was in your generation, during your generation, that you entered into the slavery that they are into today. It's not better for you to fight, pay the price for the freedom of your unborn children? Why would you be so comfortable being a slave? Why would you watch someone because he has a gun, then he will come to your land and turn you to a slave, and to make the matters worse, the obedient one for that matter? Before this woman started, she made a point. She said, in our land today, if you question the authority, you will be neutralized. If you do not question them, you will still be neutralized. To her own decision is, let me question them and be neutralized. It is it's better for me to question them and die than to live. Than to keep silent and still die. And that is why she is saying everything she's saying here today.
Wait, the same markets. And then free. Woman to moments. I'm man, church. Bruno side in half a time, a pair of hoso. See, not church, what I saw. Him to ever do my own motor. Son, they may sit out 2 weeks. Barry and you need sure with it. I don't know where with flights. That's 4th of August. Land, Sheba Brumo to Sholo Mapo Enugu. No, Sholo, Sanambra. Sanambra will put Enugu, Senugu Pota, Abia State. She quite a lot. So 7 Naga, weapon state. Where for sit at home, Bundam in a main force. Sit at home, Bundam in a main force. So I said to free Enugu to Onitsha on Monday, sit at home. Man, when you must state, you're a part of Anambra State. You damage in the madame. I think I watch and talk a channel with one or so. It won't date him for see him. It was a diamond. He may have make it. I'm Motum. So I know one. On non for men, June in more here. On no more time for why not you what we might have to say. So in a touch, I may be secretary. When you cock. Yeah, one kidnapping no. Can you damage when you southeast, you are in a kidnapping ocean and you driven in it? And I'm one road, no channel, Fulani has men. na so send man no bi if one na boss as na eburu mmadụ akwụkwọ ndị amị n'ime ọhịa ka ha ga mee those criminals. You know from Onitsha to Enugu, ndị bịa gbara ụmụ okorobịa ndị Awụsa na-enwe ihe a na ha arụ then eme kidnapping ebe ahụ ịmapụ na ndị nearest village ga-emewe arrest. Enwere na arrest ịhụ asị gị na emere ndị Awụsa arrest mana ha jụ na South East.
Are you understanding it now? If you are not understanding it at this point, then you will never understand it again. Forget it. Just go and become useless. This woman is saying that in all our bushes, very, very close to all their checkpoints, there are Fulani headsmen all over the bushes, kidnapping and raping our people. You will never see or hear that one of them is arrested. That instead that from Onitsha to where all the bushes are filled up with these terrorist Fulani people, you can never hear that one of them are arrested, even though they are jobless. You cannot say this is what they are doing. But you will leave them and arrest somebody who has a shop in main market and in the name of our non-government, an IPOB. You will leave them and go after someone who is a mechanic or kada rider or keke rider who has a legitimate means of survival because he is Onibo. But all the Fulani terrorists that littered all over our bushes along Onitsha Expressway, nobody has ever arrested them. Nobody has ever attacked them. If anything happened around there, instead of you to go there, you will leave there and go to the nearby villages where it is Ndibo, and you start to arrest and kidnap, to rob, stop to our injury.
So when you na South East, mana nyuma po ndị Igbo amasịrị. So olu mgbe ji etibaga anya na mmiri mara ihe na-eme.
Odozi akọ ọ bụrụ na ị na-anya na ya bụ atụmatụ okwu ikwuru ọ dịghị ka ọ bụ ndị gọvanọ ka a ga-atakwa n'ụta na ya bụ ihe maka na onye chọrọ ọnụ awanyere ya.
Eziokwu ka ikwuru too handsome. Ọ bụrụ na ndị gọvanọ na-achị anyị achị welite olu tinye ọnụ mana ọ dịghị ka amasị ka enwetara ha peace maka na ịma ndị pọl bịazate taa mụrụzie gọọmenti nọ na East nke bụ gọvanọ na-achị obodo kwuo okwu ekwecha nke ndị pọp mana ihe a chefuru ịghọta bụ kedu ihe kpata ndị mmadụ ji na-ezuwere ndị pọp isi karịa ha nwa bụ ndị na-achị achị. So ha gbakpere n'akwa beso federal gọọmenti na-amaghị na a na-eche ihe a ga-eme ha. Ndị a wee dị n'okpuru kpọtaziere ha ndị ga-eche ha nche wee nye ndị ọrụ ọzọ nwanyị debere ndị gọvanọ anyị azụ n'ọrụ a ka a na-arụ ngwa ihe eruziela ha tọpụtago maka na mbọsị m kpagharịrị ihe a enwere kọọsụ m mkpọrọ onye ahụ sị madam na m sị iwe mkpu maka na mbọsị ihe a ma esi m gọọmenti haus n'abata enwe m ga-ahụ na gọọmenti haus Anambra ihe a wee mee ha wee na m nke moto m sonye m na-ekwu ekwulokwu ka m ruo na gọọmenti haus Anambra na nsa na geeti m ga-etugide mkpu ma ọ dị anapụtahụ m ga-ahapụ so ka m ji sọ ọkpa ihe m na ha mere ihe okwu m kwuru agwa m ihe niile ha na-eme ndị isi wee bụrụzie ma ha mụọ tank nyere moto pụtasị mmadụ ma ọ gịnị natazie ki ahụ nye m sa jide ki onye isi asị madam karịa oke gbawaziri ha mba ha michi ọnụ wee bụrụzie moto m pọba lụrụzie na be m wee kpọbazie kọlụ ọ dị ka ọ dị eme ihe a gwara m madam na ha ama mana ọ gwụgoro ha ọkịrị ebere na-amụ ndị gọvanọ ọgwụgwọ misteki ha mere eme na ịchụpụzie ndị amị ugbu a ekpọrọkwazi non gọọmenti okpotezi ọ bụzie na ndị amị apụọ No, here is the now. I'm talking about my wolf. My no government protection. How to say, can you go to the before you peace na southeast, and what's our vigilante? How is the place vigilante? Go to Chawo. Macana. On your organ, we have to watch it. I want to know why. So, the governor. PG ma no go ho kire na mo ise ke ko e ko pia mpura mo e ha ya ha so ja se ya na me pere mo ga e be juru wure nwa yo oh no
mami ka ile ya na gbasara Biafraland Kanu ọ dịghị ka oge enweghị nchekwa enwere n'ala Igbo bụ n'ihi njichi ọchịchị etiti ka gakwara n'iru jiche Maazị Nnamdi Kanu
abụghị ezi Togomo ihe ndị pop na-eme maka nke m ụgwọ m na-eme ihe ana m eme ihe with first hand information tupu anyị aga kwuo okwu anyị kwuru na TV I the proofs. In fact enwere m vidio nke m mere n'ọlụ ebe onye amị mechiri ụzọ m na-arụba anyị ebe 10 ruo n'ọlụ ha mechiri ụzọ na Banana Junction ka m na onye amị na-ekwu okwu ọ na-agbata ọsọ na-erekọdị ọma na na-erekọdị ya so ọtụtụ ihe ndị anyị na-ekwu anyị na-eme nyocha were na-ekwu anyị dịgo nwayọọ nyocha activities ndị IPOB kwu ya na gboo na ha chọrọ inweta nnwere onwe ha n'udo na-agbaghị egbe atụghị ube atụghị ichu sole mgbe wee chọpụta na enwebeghị ebe nọ ndị IPOB gbakọrịtara egbe ndị IPOB akpọta kwechi na ha bụrụ ndị amị ise ma ọ bụ ndị ona kwechiri n'ọbụ oge ọbụla ihe mee akpọtakwa kwuo na ọ bụkwa anyị mere olekwa ndị mere sisi nyocha mana kwụsịla ndị a esi nyocha dị ekwe nyocha a na-akpọ ha aha so ejiji Nnamdi ifun ha kwuru oge ihi na ejiji ihe a na-egbu ndị ba Nnamdi apụta kwụsịzie sitatụm akpọpụ na onwe ha apụta kwe swise ebe niile si kwụsị nne m ka m ga-ejikweta nke onye ọzọ na-ekwu hapụ nke onye si ya ndị bụkwa na-apụta egbe gbuo ha si na ọha gburu kwechiri pụrụ n'ụzọ emekwa ha arest eme agbaghara ha nke ọ dịkwa ka nke a gbagburu ndị amị gba anụkatụkwala m ka ha kwụsị nnọọ ndị Fulani herdsmen atụsị na ofu ahịa bịara ha na ndị amị na-arụkọ ọbara gbaa ndị amị ka e wee kwe ya IPOB ihe ifuru ụmụaka kwuru ama nyocha ya enyocha ekwuru m na ihe m kwụsị nobody is found guilty nobody is proven guilty until found guilty ka ị ga-eji kwụrụ ọtọ bụ mmadụ ebubuchide egbuo ya chụpụ ya na-ekwuru ọtọ emere atak isi ịtọ onye aka bụrụ mma bụrụ ogbe ọ bụzi sọsọ ndị Igbo nọ n'ala Igbo ka njọ ndị Awụsa nọ ha ebe ahụ ọ dị ka nke ihe mere na Lagos Jos agba at random ị gawazie n'ụlọ ndị Yoruba na-epik ndị maka na Biafraland so ekweteghị m nọọ maka iwe na-ewe ndị mmadụ ka m nọ onye agwachi unu komkom na nkọvra sitatom na ndị mmadụ na-eme sitatom abụrụ by force ha jidere ya iji gosi na iwe na-ewe ha na nwa ha eji
maka na achọrọ m eji ka ọ dị gị ka ọ bụrụ na ọchịchị etiti tọhapụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu taa nke mbụ udo ga-alaghachi udo tọrọ atọ ga-alaghachi n'ala Igbo nke abụọ akụnụba ala Igbo ga-ekulitekwa ọzọ maka na ọ bụrụ na ile anya kamgbe nsogbu ha niile bidoro o metụtara akụnụba ala Igbo egbuola efuola emekwa ọ dị gị ka atọhapụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu taa ihe ndị a niile ga-abịa na njem
ịtọhapụhala Maazị Nnamdi Kanu 90% ihe na-eme ga-akwụsị n'ihi gịnị ndị amị na gọọmenti etiti soro n'okpuru Nnamdi Kanu eji na-eme ihe n'ala Igbo stands to be corrected n'ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo aka gọọmenti etiti nọ na ya nkata.
Did you hear that? This is the climax of everything. I was waiting for her to get there. Has government of Nigeria come out to deny this accusation? This is a direct accusation, direct indictment to the governor of Tinubu. When I told you that as a Yoruba man, he is going to be a winning tool to do every damages to Igbo people, Igbo land, without looking back out of hatred from the Igbo. You heard her. She said she has proof. She is not alleging it. She told you, I have proofs. And when she says she has proof, she has proof that all the atrocities going on in our land today is being perpetrated by the Nigerian government. That is what is happening. Why then would we come back and start to accuse ourselves, creating more confusion in the heart of our people? Our people on ground knows that the agitators are not the problem, but the solution. They are grateful for the agitators, because if it is not for the agitators, so many of them will be living in IDP camp. They understood it. They appreciate us. It is only in the internet that you will see somebody who will come out and start to tell you how IPOB and the agitators are the cause of the insecurity in our land. When in actual sense of it, it is the Nigerian government who are pushing the propaganda against the agitators, so that their terrorists may have free access to be committing the atrocities. This woman has just indicted the Nigerian government under Tinubu, the Yoruba demon. She has accused him and his government of terrorism without mincing words. In a sane societies, this government would have been under pressure to either pull this military, all of them, out of Biafraland. But in Nigeria, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would say, Ndi Shoji, would they reason? Would they see reason to it? You even see some of them talking down on this woman. You see some of them who will come out tomorrow and tell her, oh, this woman is hyper. That she's a member of IPOB. You see it. But the accusation that this woman has just laid against the Nigerian government, nobody will make mention of it. No talking of exonerating the Nigerian government. This has presented to you all that you need to know, that the problem in our land is not because of IPOB, it's not because of my Simon Ekpa and the Biafra Republic government in exile. It's not because of them. In fact, Mazi Simon Ekpa and IPOB are the solution. They are the savior. This must be our national anthem. This must be our response if we must save ourselves from these demons, blood-sucking demons who has invaded our land like a bee. Let me conclude the video so we can end the program.
ọzọ dị ibe ya bụ ahapụrụ Nnamdi Kanu tata sitatom ga-akwụsị maka na ihe ọ sọrọ gị mere ndị mmadụ intimidate. Nnamdi Kanu ego onwe ya tinye n'obi ndị Igbo ma ndị nne ụnọma ihe m ji wee kọva sitatom. Ala m ụlọ ya na-aga traditional marriage, anọ m n'ihu ndị nne na-atọ anọghị n'azụ wee na-akpa nkata wee na-akwado ya n'ihe na-eme ebe eziokwu na nsọsọ ya bụzi onye na-ekwutere ụmụ okorobịa ndị nibe atụcha ụmụ na akwụkwọ aga enweta ọrụ ha na-emegbu ndị Igbo emegbu mgbe ka ụjọ ba ma sị na ihe ọbụla ifuru emegidere ndị nne kwado ụmụ ha nsogbu adịgo ị ga-akwụsị nwa so na ndị nne ndị fesa mọda ndị fesa fada ehiwekwa ụmụ ha aja n'ukwu.
These are for those who will say, oh man, someone is forcing sit at home. Oh man, someone Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come out to say sit at home should end. If you remember, there was a time he said only when he is going to court. But at the time he said no more sit at home of any kind. But the people insist that they must continue to sit at home. I said it before in this program, that it is not because of anybody. Nobody is forcing to sit at home. No person in Igbo land is sitting at home by force. This woman just said it. They willingly, because this man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sacrificed. You heard what the woman said. He has sacrificed his life for them. How would they pay him back for everything that he has been doing for them? How else could they show him that how grateful they are? They could not give him money because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not need money. The only thing that our people can do to show Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they love him, that they feel, they understood him, they know what he is doing, they know how he is fighting for them, is to support sit at home. And our people willingly decided, and until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walks free, they will continue to sit at home. But the enemies of Biafra, the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will come to tell you, oh, the Biafran people, Mazi someone is forcing people to sit at home. How could Mazi someone force anybody to sit at home? How? How could he? If he forced those in the Imo, would he force those in Anambra? Would he force those in Enugu? Would he force those in Ebonyi? Would he force those in Aba? Our people willingly decided to sit at home to partake in the suffering of their son, who is illegally being held in detention because of them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not kidnapped and incarcerated because he was a criminal. Because he's a criminal, no? Not because he's a terrorist, no? Not because he stole from somebody, not because he spied anybody. The only reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention is because he's speaking for you. He's speaking for me. He's speaking for every downtrodden person in Biafraland. That is the only reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, because you questioned the status quo. That is the only reason, because of you, for your sake. How else could you pay him back? That is what this lady just said, that our people are not forced to sit at home, that they, out of their own heart, willingness, they decide to partake in the suffering of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to deny themselves the money, the wealth, the business, the pleasure of Mondays. And so from today, if you are under my voice and you heard what this woman just said, when you come across them saying that Mazi someone is forcing anybody to sit at home every Monday, know it that the person is an enemy of Biafran people. Biafran people are not sitting at home by force. It is out of willingness. The woman just confirmed it.
And if I can deal with some more, ofu ihe ọ ga egote n'ihe ajụjụ ị na-aka isi atọ votu ọgọ enwekwa eji atasị gwachara m sonyonya bụ sonyonya mana ị ga-afụ na nzọụkwụ anyị na-aga n'ofu ya ka m ji wee lọtasị mba ka m kọva ihe ka m mara ka ihe a si eme bifo ndị anyị abịa nobody enforces it at all. M na-agwa gị ihe a live chika akọkwala m ya gbast out it akọwala m ihe a 2 times. One, mgbe m were nweta datin wee la kọva ya ruo that day onye ọbụla ụmụaka na-agba bọọlụ ịma mfu ma ọ bụ ewu ma ọ bụ onye dị ịtalị si ndị mmadụ nọdụ n'ụlọ ha ji aka at least maasị onye ọbụla at least 70% ndị Igbo kweta na sitatuma n'ihi ka eji wee nwụchie nwa amadi a jọrọ njọ eji eji kidnap mmadụ n'obodo ọzọ wenata ya chi ya na nga so ha nabatara ya so ọ bụrụ na atọhapụ Nnamdi Kanu sitatum ga-ala
Odoziakụ atọhapụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya bụ iwu onye nọ n'ụlọ ga-ala mana ajụjụ ndị mmadụ na-ajụ bụ kedu mgbe a ga-atọhapụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu? ị nwere nkwenye na ọtụtụ ndị o nwere ọtụtụ akụkọ na-efegharị tata a na-ele anya na ọ ga-agakwa ụlọ ikpe ọ bụghị tata ka a gawara a sị na arụ gba afọ ọ bụrụ omenala. Ụfọdụ ndị na-enwe nkwenye na onye isi ala anyị bụ Bola Ahmed Tinubu n'ihi na anyị ma na ụfọdụ ndị ekoropụgo obi na ihe gbasatara ụlọ ikpe maka na ụlọ ikpe nye gị iwu tọọ DSS asị jide gọọmenti etetasị jide aka na-ebutekwa ebubo na-etụkwasị ya n'isi bụ nke agaghị eme na mba ofesi. ọ bụrụ na gị kekwere mmadụ anyị fụrụ ihe mere na ọ bụrụ na Naịjirịa okwu ala mana ụfọdụ ndị na-ekwusi na onye isi ala chọrọ iji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-achụ nta vootu 2027 na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ọ gara ụlọ ikpe agaghị ụlọ ikpe na ọ ga-anọgidekwa na ya bụ ọdọ ndị DSS ruo 2027 bụzi nke ọ ga-eji wee mee achụmnta vootu. Ndị Igbo kwenu ngwa Nnamdi Kanu a ga-ahapụrụ ụnụ ya ka obi wee dị ụnụ mma. Cheta ihe mere na afọ gara aga mgbe a na-eme nruli aka asị Buhari were Maazị Nnamdi Kanu gbara anyị ekeresimesi adịka ọ ga-eme ọnọkọta akụchie ikwenye na nka.
Ka m jụọ ndị na-ekwu okwu a kedu mgbe vootu unu kaụntụra na onye ga-achị? Kedu mgbe Tinubu nyere vootu gị iji banye 2027? Ị tụrụ ya na nke ọ banyere ndị befe ọ tụnyere ya so onye ọbụla na-eji analisis a ọha maka ya na ahịa maka na enye ịjọ vootu gị unu chekọrọ gbuo itinye onye ahụ itaifụnụ ka esi wee tụrụ nke atụrụ so ekweteghị m na kama na enwere ihe one na ọnya ka m na-eme nchikwu ndị mmadụ anyị eji m hapụ na ihe ahụ. Nnamdi Kanu eji oke egbe nwe ihe a ga-asị na-eme na South East na sabotage the economy of South East maka na ndị Igbo akpasugo iwe nke bụ na anyị chọzi ka anyị lawazie gama invest ọ bụrụzie ekwe m n'ụlọ ekwe m n'ama echebichi anyị n'ụzọ wit ndị amị na ndị unknown gọọmenti ka anyị kwụsị dị n'ala ka anyị nọzi ọsọ a bụrụ ohu na-edevelopụ ịrụcha
Yeah, that is the end. So you have heard it from the horse's mouth. I told you that the video I'm going to be playing today is loaded with information. And that is why the title of the topic today says those behind the insecurity and criminality in Biafraland. And now you are able to know those who are indeed the criminals in our land. Are you still confused? Do you still accuse Mazi Simon Ekpa and IPOB and the other freedom fighting movement as the criminals in our land? Are you still confused about those in charge of insecurity in our land? Do you still accuse us of talking out of point each time we visit this issue of insecurity? The freedom fighters are the solution, not the problem. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the solution to Nigerian problem, it's not the problem. And the only solution is to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody you see that is against the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are part of those benefiting from what is happening in our land today. We are able to stop their terrorists, their ragtag terrorists, their foot soldiers, the Fulani terrorists. Now they have sent their military and police into our land because they know that they will have easy pass than those terrorists. But I thank Chukwuka Abiam for giving us the heart of a lion. We must face our fear. And two things are involved. Either we come victorious or we lose our life. One must happen. That is my point. I want you to know where we are. The people that are committing atrocities, insecurities are the Nigerian government, according to this woman. Not IPOB, not Mazi Simon Ekpa. We are the solution. That is what I have for you this evening. And I thank you for joining this program this evening. And like always, I'm so happy you came. If you have not shared this program, take this opportunity and share the program. You can see the video we played this, the voice I played here, filled with information. If you want other people to know what is actually going on in our land and those behind it, you have to share the program. You have to download this video, cut it, and share it in all the platforms where you belong. People need to hear, to understand those behind the insecurity in our land and the solution. One of the solutions is freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because only then will their cover be exposed. Because all of them hide under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration to commit this crime. Immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, they will not have no other choice than to pull their soldiers, their terrorists out of our land. Because only then will it be obvious to everybody that it is them, I mean the government of Nigeria, that are committing these atrocities. Share this program. And may Chukwuka Abiam sustain you and bless you until we come again your way. From me, from here, good evening.